Hello students, good morning all of you. Today we are taking a 13th chapter CRS. All of you know the expediency is mother of invention. Out of an expediency these arrays were created. So far we have been dealing with variables. As you know, variable is a data container or memory shelf in which we store a data. Now, int is float temperature. Like that, we are defining. Okay, one is one temperature. Then this is okay. Suppose we have to define 5 ages of 5 students. Then what should we do? Actually, same name we cannot use, but the name should represent what it is. That is another convention, self-explanatory or self-documentation. Already many times I explained to you. Then 5 students' ages you have to store. Then what should you do? Same age you cannot use. Some differentiation is required. That's why age 1, age 2, age 3, age 4, age 5. In the same manner, 3 days temperature you require. Temperature 1, temperature 2, temperature 3. Like this you have to define. But in real-time applications, huge number of items, ages of 1000 people, temperatures of 365 days. Like that, we deal with large number of data of same item. In such case, it is laborious and error prone also. Suppose you have to store the ages of 100 students, then 100 variables, age 1, age 2, age 3, age 100. 100 variables you have to declare. 100 scanf statements, 100 times you have to write scanf statements, and 100 printf statements you have to write. And all this is impracticable, laborious. I never call it as impossible. But instead of that, writing a computer program manually you can manage. So that is not a right proposition. So we don't have, as far as this is concerned, we don't have any complaint on the variable. As far as one or few are concerned, this is okay. Suppose 3 ages are there, age 1, age 2, age 3, not a big problem. 3 days temperature, temperature 1, temperature 2, temperature 3 also, no problem. Whenever large number is there, this is not the appropriate type. Now, suppose 100 students ages are there. Then in such case, we have to develop an array. Array is a derived data type. Derived means this is the primary data type, what we call, and by extending this, we have to develop that. Suppose 100 students ages, then this is the way. This is the way we can store, we can create an array. Array, this is integer type array. In this 100 ages of in integer form we can store. And here the thing is, all these are stored in one block of memory in adjacent bytes. Now you see, like one block of memory is allocated, and this is the way. These are called elements, and actually here index number is there. For each element, one index number is there, and already I told you, all computer index are 0 base index. Human index are 1 base, and computer index are 0 base. So now how you call it? A is 0, A is 1, A is 2. Last one obviously A is 99. Understand? This is an array in adjacent one block of memory. What is the size of this block memory? 100 elements, each element 2 bytes. So 200 bytes are allocated. 200 bytes are allocated as one block, and each one is 2 bytes. And you see, you can access instead of name by using subscript. This is called subscript. By using subscript, we can access it. Suppose you store 10 here, 10 here. So by referring this expression A0, you can retrieve 10. You can make manipulations. How you are dealing with an ordinary variable, all the operations, reading, writing, manipulating, everything you do. Suppose if you are dealing with A's, just A's for accessing the value, suppose this is also 10. Accessing this value, username, and reading, username, for manipulation, username, and for writing, username. Here, little more extension is there. What is that? Here, number of things are there. Number of things are. Then the subscript also, including subscript, you have to mention age 0, age 1, age 2, age 3, age 4. A simple thing. All are stored in adjacent memories, and the entire thing is called age. It is having its type. Just compare with the variable, age variable. This is age. Its type is int, and it is having some address. 651 is age is 10. Here, what is type? Integer type array. Its name is age. Its name is age. Its type is int. In case of ordinary variable. In case of array, the entire block is called age, and its type is integer type array. You identify it like this. Then its type is integer type array, and in order to access not individual name, use subscript, corresponding subscript starting from 0. First element A0, last element age 99. In the same manner, this is integer type array. Suppose if you want to create floating point type array, floating point type array also you can create. Now you see float temperatures 365. 365 days temperature you want to store. You want to build a construct an array. Then how it can be displayed? Now this is an array. Here its name is temperature. Its type is floating point array. Just for the sake of differentiation you mention. Suppose 1 day temperature, if you store and all that, temperature float. Some temperature 32.1. You can store like this. So it is having obviously it is having some address. So the variable's name is temperature, address is 751, type is float, value is 32.1. Now see the temperature array of 365 days. Now name is temperature, and first element is temperature square brackets 0. Last element is temperature square bracket 364. Understand? Temperature 1. Suppose 100th day temperature you want to know, which subscript you have to use? Temperature 99. Temperature 99. That is the way. So one block of memory is allocated. Its name is temperature. Its type is floating point. Obviously, it is having an address like 790. The entire block is represented by one address. In the same way, the entire block, irrespective of its size, it is represented by one address. So, what is its size? 365 into 4. That is 1460 bytes. One bytes as a one block of memory it is allocated. By this, we can store large number of items we can access, and there is an identifiable name. This is called derived data type. Derived data type, and very frequently, very simple to create and very easy to access, manipulate, and all that. Array is very popular and frequently used data structure. Every time use the word data structure. Data structure means a data container which you can store number of elements, large number of elements. You can easily store, access, retrieve, manipulate, and display all the elements. That type of data structure we have to choose for storing large number of data. Array is a very simple data structure and very frequently used data structure. For the first time, we are entering to the derived data type. This is array, you understand, array is a data structure. In this chapter, we explore the features and the functionalities of array and all the elements relating to that.